absolute peak cinema. VShojo has failed, and I have mismanaged the company into the situation you're all witnessing. I've been doing everything I can to fundraise and right the ship these past few months, but despite my efforts, we are in a worse position, and those I care about are now paying the price. Welp, what was once held as the shining beacon of the VTubing community has now closed its doors after having their asses held to the fire following a number of behind-the-scenes issues being made public, including, but not limited to, failing to pay their talents, alleged harassment of several former creators, questionable monetary decisions, and failing to donate $500,000 that was raised for charity. Where did that $500,000 go? Who the hell knows? Probably hookers and blow, a popular pastime for pretty much all corporate CEOs. How many Ferraris does Justin have in his garage? Who's to say? Though if there's any silver lining in terms of the charity, in the wake of the controversy, the community pulled together to raise over $1 million for that same charity. It's sad that creators and fans had to clean up the mess that was created by a massive corporation, but hats off to everyone for coming together to create some good in a sea of corporate mismanagement horseshit. Now, complete transparency just for a second. I've never really watched any of the VShojo affiliated creators, so I'm not coming at this whole fiasco from the fans' point of view. I'm just a pessimistic bastard who can't help but be suspicious of any and all corporations. Like, name me one corporation from any industry who has done good by their employees or for the greater good. Hard to do, ain't it? Plus, it isn't as if we haven't seen the same song and dance of creators being screwed over by some corporate entity. Does anyone remember Machinima? Just a brief history lesson for those who weren't tuned in during this era of YouTube. Back in the ye old days of YouTube, the partner program was far more gatekept than it is today. And specifically for gaming content, it was nearly impossible to get into the partner program directly with YouTube. So MCNs, as they were called, spawned up as sort of a middleman approach to making some money on YouTube. These companies also sold themselves to creators by boasting about the multitude of services they could provide to their partners. All they ask is upwards of 40% or more of your channel's gross ad revenue. Wait a minute. Even MCNs like Machinima at their worst most likely paid out more than modern Twitch? Damn you, Dan Clancy. Fast forward to today, and you barely hear of MCNs. They still exist, but many of the biggest ones shuttered many years ago. And why? Well, among many changes being made to YouTube's own partner program and creator tools, many of these companies fleeced their partners and never delivered on providing tangible value to the channels signed under them. Starting to sound familiar, huh? Well, most creators have opted out of the NCN model, and in a way have gone, air quotes, indie. And I think we're starting to see a similar type of movement happening within VTubing. Just like those MCNs of yesteryears, VTubers are starting to question if the juice is even worth the squeeze of joining these corporations. Sure, they can practically make you a star overnight. Sure, they provide assets such as models and even sometimes computer hardware in order to stream, alongside the obvious sponsorships and etc. But what's the point when you are sacrificing freedom, money, and your overall mental health just for that opportunity? And that's if the company even holds up their end of the bargain, which allegedly VShojo couldn't do when you consider that Kason wasn't paid for nearly a year. Just imagine for a moment going to your 9-to-5 job and working for free for a year. I think we have a word for that, and I believe it rhymes with savory. You know this whole fiasco is really bad when Moisty Boy decides it's worthy of a video. I mean, damn, for a company that boasted so hard about being the agency that championed talent freedom, They definitely didn't champion financial freedom, that's for damn sure. I guess another silver lining to this fallout is that the creators can move on without having their entire career entirely uprooted, since they own their respective IPs and characters. So at the very least, they can pick up the pieces and continue entertaining their communities. I just have a feeling none of them will be signing any more contracts with these talent agencies. That VShojo PTSD is going to be weighing very heavily on the brain for quite a while. And I really doubt this drama is completely done either, as there are whispers out there that suggest that some of the higher up creators might have had some involvement or at least knowledge in some of the tomfoolery that was occurring behind the scenes. Will all that info ever be brought to light? Maybe. Maybe not. But regardless, I hope all the creators that fell victim to VShojo's mismanagement can at least move on from this whole thing. Sakuna, take notes. Don't you allow Face Connect to go this direction. We're counting on you, you autistic fish man.